Section 1. Video 10. Loops. 1. We will loop over an array using a classic for statement. 2. We will iterate over the same array using the newer, and much simpler, for statement. 3. We will loop over the array with the forEach method, calling a function on each item in the array. Ever since JavaScript ES1, we can iterate over an array, using a for statement. Let's say we have an array of numbers. We want an array with the squares of these numbers. We start with our squares array as an empty array. Then, using the for statement, we iterate over the numbers array, by starting at index 0, up until the index of the last item, increasing the index by 1 on each iteration. On each loop, we square the array number at the current iteration index, and push it into our squares array. We then can print out our completed squares array. We can see the array of squared numbers in the console. Since JavaScript ES6, we can iterate over an array, using a for statement. We will give each number item in the array, the variable name, num. This is a much simpler construction, which has the same result as the for statement. Note that we can use const, instead of let when declaring the num variable, since we are not reassigning it inside the block. The resulting squares array is the same as before. Another useful tool for doing something to each item in an array is the forEach method, available since JavaScript ES5. It takes a callback function, which is called on each item in the array. For instance, let's say we only wanted squares with 2 digits in our resulting array of squares. First, set up an empty double-digit squares array. Then, we would use the forEach method on our numbers array. We will specify an arrow function as the method's callback, whose parameter is the current item in the array, which we will call num. Inside the callbacks block, we will check if the square of the number has double digits. If this is the case, then push the square of the number into the double digits squares array. Now, we can print out the resulting array. Our resulting array of squares has only double-digit numbers inside, which is what we want. To summarize, we looped over an array using a classic for statement. We iterated over the same array using the newer, and much simpler, for statement. And, we looped over the array with the forEach method, calling a function on each item in the array. In the next video, we will look at copying and merging arrays and objects.